No storms to track, but now we're tracking air quality over East Idaho, central portion of the state into the Magic Valley. The National Weather Service, now they haven't issued one of these, at least not nearly as widespread as this one, what they call an air stagnation advisory. It starts tomorrow afternoon, will run all the way through the better part of the weekend. The problem is that we're not going to get much in the way of wind because of the weather pattern, and also with no real wind to speak of, there's nothing to keep the air clean, nothing to kind of blow out some of the pollutants. So things will become more and more stagnant with each day. Therefore, you'll probably notice a bit more in the way of haze as we get into the weekend. So FYI, that could very easily affect your air quality out there too. So keeping a watchful eye on that. Air stagnation advisory. Why? Well, the reason why we're not going to get any wind, high pressure up into eastern Washington. That will settle right over the Gem State. That will create an inversion, basically a lid right over the Snake River Plain and for most of East Idaho as well. And that lid doesn't allow any wind to mix anything out. So that's why we're looking at this weather pattern being a big factor and why it's going to get hazier and hazier as we get closer to the weekend. Now with the haze also comes the potential of fog, and we had some last night early this morning. Well, patchy fog in the forecast tonight. A lot of us will see a clear sky, but there is that potential nonetheless. Low temperatures will certainly be colder than they were last night. By about 10 degrees in Idaho Falls, we're down to 10 tonight. St. Anthony, a measly 8 for a low. For the Central Mountains, 3 below in Stanley. That's colder than last night. Chalice, you're going to be colder as well with a low temperature of 9. For the upper highlands in western Wyoming, partly cloudy. Low temperatures will range from the -1 in Jackson. Wow, no blanket tonight. Well, we got a little bit of a blanket over the top of us, but these clouds will thin out, and that will allow the temperature to drop all the way down to a measly 4 in Island Park. Mostly clear for the southeast corner. Montpelier, we stayed in the teens last night. We won't stay there tonight. Down to 8 in Soda Springs. Barely in the teens in Lavin, Downey. We got lots of sunshine though, so it'll look warm during the daytime, and a lot of us will see high temperatures above freezing, but that won't be the case for places like Afton and Jackson. We'll be only in the mid to upper 20s. In fact, won't even get above freezing anywhere in the upper highlands in western Wyoming. Sunshine will continue for the Central Mountains, certainly sunnier than it was today. Chalice, you'll rise to about 34 and just barely above freezing in Salmon. And for the Snake River Plain, patchy fog in the morning. Otherwise, the sunshine, high temperature of 37 in Pocatello. We're looking at a high in Idaho Falls of 32. So the upper Snake River Plain will be freezing all day long. Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day forecast looking ahead. More sunshine, although hazier, and potential some fog early morning, especially west of town. We'll be a little bit warmer going into Sunday. We're in the 40s for a few days, but we're going to stay high and dry for the next 7. So no real moisture, no real precipitation, maybe enough to form a cloud or two. Certainly enough moisture in the air to get some fog in the morning, but awfully cold the next several nights. Single digits starting tomorrow night in Idaho Falls. Will be 7 below 0 tomorrow night in the Teton area. And then a warming trend on Friday, above freezing as we go into the weekend for the Central Mountains. We're above freezing tomorrow, but back in the icebox with colder nighttime temperatures down in the single digits, warming up just a little bit by Sunday.